A credit card charge dispute letter is one of the most important documents you can send when you notice an incorrect, unauthorized, or unfair charge on your credit card statement. Whether the problem involves fraud, duplicate billing, an incorrect amount, merchandise that never arrived, or a cancelled subscription that continues to be charged, submitting a clear dispute letter helps create an official record of your complaint and gives your credit card company the information it needs to investigate the transaction. Delaying your dispute or providing incomplete information could make it more difficult to recover your money or resolve the billing error. So, here is how to write it. Sender information. Start by writing your personal contact information at the top of the letter. For example, Emily Parker, 1458 Willow Street, Orlando, Florida 32801, 4075554812. emily.parker@email.com. This section identifies who is submitting the dispute and provides your credit card company with the contact information needed if additional verification or documentation is required. Date. After your contact information, write the date. For example, June 28, 2026. The date establishes when you formally submitted your dispute. Keeping an accurate timeline can be important if the card issuer has deadlines for reporting billing errors. Recipient information. Next, write the department that handles billing disputes. For example, Dispute Resolution Department. Liberty National Credit Card Services, 850 Finance Center Drive, Chicago IL 60601. This ensures your dispute reaches the department responsible for investigating billing issues. Sending the letter to the correct department can help avoid unnecessary processing delays. Subject line. Now write a clear subject line. For example, Subject, credit card charge dispute. The subject immediately tells the reader the purpose of your letter and allows the dispute to be properly categorized as soon as it is received. Salutation. Address the recipient professionally. For example, Dear Sir or Madam. This is an appropriate greeting when you do not know the specific name of the person handling your dispute. Opening paragraph. Now begin the letter by stating exactly why you are writing. For example, I am writing to formally dispute a charge that appears on my credit card statement for account number ending in 4827. This opening immediately identifies the purpose of your letter and specifies which credit card account is involved without revealing the full account number. Providing only the last 4 digits helps protect your financial information while still allowing the card issuer to identify your account. Transaction Details section. Now provide the details of the disputed transaction. For example, transaction date, June 10, 2026. Posting. Date, June 11, 2026. Merchant name, Bright Electronics Store. Transaction amount, $489.99. Reference or transaction number, TRX-847-29156. This section gives the credit card company the exact transaction to investigate. Accurate transaction details help investigators locate the charge quickly and reduce the chances of reviewing the wrong transaction. Reason for the dispute paragraph. Now explain why you are disputing the charge. For example, I am disputing this charge because the transaction was unauthorized, and I did not make or authorize this purchase. I have never conducted business with the listed merchant, and I believe this transaction may have resulted from fraudulent use of my credit card information. This paragraph should clearly explain the specific reason for the dispute using factual information. The explanation should directly match the actual problem, whether it involves fraud, duplicate billing, incorrect charges, returned merchandise, or another billing error. Avoid emotional language and focus only on the facts that support your claim. Circumstances of the dispute paragraph. Next, explain everything that happened leading up to the dispute. For example, the circumstances surrounding this dispute are as follows. On June 12, 2026, I reviewed my online credit card statement and discovered the unfamiliar transaction. I immediately contacted the merchant to determine whether the purchase had been made in error, but they were unable to locate any legitimate order associated with my name or billing information. I then contacted your customer service department to report the suspected fraudulent transaction and was advised to submit this formal dispute letter. Since discovering the charge, I have also monitored my account for any additional unauthorized activity and have taken steps to protect my account by requesting a replacement card. This paragraph provides the complete background of the dispute and shows the steps you have already taken to resolve the matter. A detailed chronological explanation allows the investigator to understand the full situation and demonstrates that you made a reasonable effort to address the issue before submitting the formal dispute. Include dates whenever possible because they help establish a clear timeline of events. Supporting documents section. Now list the evidence you have attached. For example, credit card statement showing the disputed transaction, correspondence with the merchant, customer service reference number, screenshots of account activity, fraud report confirmation. Supporting documents strengthen your dispute by providing objective evidence. Including relevant documentation allows investigators to verify your explanation more efficiently. Request for investigation paragraph. Now explain what action you would like the credit card company to take. For example, I respectfully request that your office investigate this matter and remove or correct the disputed charge if it is determined to be invalid. I also request that I be informed of the outcome of your investigation as soon as it is completed. This paragraph clearly states the resolution you are requesting. Being specific about your request helps the card issuer understand the outcome you are seeking while maintaining a professional tone throughout the letter. A polite request is generally more effective than making demands. Additional information paragraph. Next, offer your cooperation. For example, if additional information or documentation is required to process this dispute, please contact me using the information provided above. This paragraph demonstrates your willingness to cooperate with the investigation. Keeping communication open can help prevent delays if the investigator needs further clarification. Thank you paragraph. Now thank the recipient. For example, thank you for your prompt attention to this matter. I appreciate your assistance and look forward to a timely resolution. This closing paragraph maintains professionalism while expressing appreciation for the investigation. Ending the letter respectfully helps reinforce a cooperative approach throughout the dispute process. Sincerely. Now close the letter properly. For example, sincerely Emily Parker. This is your formal closing and signature identification. A professional closing confirms who submitted the dispute and completes the letter appropriately. Account information and enclosures. Finally, include your account information and list your attachments. For example, credit card account number, ending in 4827. Enclosures, credit card statement, merchant correspondence. Fraud report confirmation, supporting screenshots. This final section helps the card issuer verify your account and quickly identify the supporting evidence included with your dispute. Listing your enclosures also makes it easier for the reviewer to confirm that all necessary documents have been received. Before sending your credit card charge dispute letter, carefully review every transaction detail, date, amount, merchant name, and supporting document to ensure everything is accurate and consistent with your records. A well-organized dispute, supported by clear facts and documentation, gives your credit card company the best opportunity to investigate the matter thoroughly and resolve the billing issue as quickly as possible. Thank you for watching this video. If you found this tutorial helpful, please like, share, and subscribe to Writing Practices for more step-by-step writing guides. See you in the next video.